What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have Nicole Rae here in the background. We're going to bring her up in a moment for her to tell us all about the story that we talked about on last week as it relates to her and Mr. Carlos of the King. So everybody, please welcome Nicole Rae. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, boo.
Hey. Full disclosure, you guys, I know Nicole. Nicole is my homie. Okay, so
Right.
Full
disclosure. A little informal. Don't be alarmed.
Yeah, so we get right. So we get a little informal. Don't worry. She,
right. We cool.
We cool.
What's going on, boo?
What's up? So listen. Yes. Last week, honey, you dropped a bombshell down to your Instagram. Girl, even I had to do a double take because at first I was like, "Oh, Nicole, she about to work. She great." I was like, "Oh, Nicole, get ready, do her big one." And then I said, "Wait a minute, hold up." I said, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on."
Right,
I had to slide it.
Crazy. It went crazy, and here's the thing: I wasn't expecting it to go crazy. I know that I am someone, but I didn't think I was someone. You know what I mean?
Girl, listen now.
And I just had an attitude for 3 minutes, and I was like, "Whatever, YOLO." I was having a conversation with my best friend, and we were just talking about some things. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I got to looking through my phone because I had to, we switched phones. Thankfully for iPhones, baby, they keep everything. So I'm looking for
Don't
emails.
They keep it
all? Looking for screenshots. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. Because, nowadays we live in a day and age where you can't just drop things without a receipt. You can't drop stuff without a receipt, baby. It's going to be a whole bunch of he said, she said, and who said it and who's lying. And so I was like, before I drop this tea, let me make sure all my ducks are in a row. So when I drop it,
it is what it is.
Gonna do.
So we're gonna get into more of those details, but first, a lot of people don't know you, Miss Nicole. I know you. I first was introduced to you on Chasing LA.
Yeah, I think you dragged me a couple of reviews. If my memory serves me correctly, a couple of reviews I saw, I feel like I got dragged a little bit, but God is good all the time. So
But you know what? This is what I'm gonna say. I probably did. And this is what I'm gonna say though. Nicole is one of those people that does not take this stuff too seriously. When I met you in person, it was all love.
Yeah,
and it's never been, Nicole understands that it is what it is, honey. And Nicole knows she was down to the Chasing LA doing her thing. She know what she was doing.
Every show has to have a villain, and if it had to be me, it just had to be, I volunteer as tribute.
Exactly. So if you guys are not familiar with Chasing LA, please make sure you guys go over to the Chasing Reality YouTube channel, season 2, and y'all can see all of the shenanigans that is Nicole Rae here. But that is where I was first introduced to you. But when I was first introduced to you, you were already, a lot of people use this word celebrity this, celebrity that, but you really are a celebrity stylist. So can you give us just a little background on how you got into hair and your salon and how you got to be celebrity stylist?
Okay. Hair just came to me, honestly. I did not choose this life for myself. When I was younger, my mom used to be into hair. She would do her own hair. She's in nursing, but she always changed her hairdo every day. Literally every day my mom had a new hairstyle, baby. She would.
Your mama fly though. Your mama is
She's so fly, right? She's been fly my whole life. So she'll be in the bathroom getting her French roll together, getting her flat iron together, getting her things together. Shout out to the French rolls.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I was 5 and 6, I just started dibbling and dabbling with my dolls and their hair. And everybody was just like, what's going on? What are you doing? Da, 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 da. And I didn't necessarily know that it was me cultivating my skills. It was just me having a natural urge to want to play with hair, to want to be in hair because I saw it all the time. So when I got a little bit older, my mom used to get her nails done at a hair salon, but it was a nail lady in the front of the salon. So after 2 or 3 times of being there, baby, I'm in the back talking to the owner like, hey, girl, like, you know, mind you, I'm literally like 10 at the time. So I'm in the back like, girl, I just like doing hair. Like, can you show me some stuff? She would give me curling iron. She would give me tips. Like, she would let me assist her sometimes. And this went on for years. Like, before, you know, anything. So by the time I got to middle school, high school, like my mom had turned a whole section in my house into a salon for me to do my thing. Cut to high school, they told me about this ROP program where you can go to high school half a day and go to a vocational school for the other half of the day. And I was like, oh, this is dope. They were like, all you have to do is have a certain grade point average, have most of your credits out the way so you're able to leave school and you can do that. So I started doing that, went to hair school, and I still didn't really think that hair was what I was gonna do. Cause you know, I just didn't think it was lucrative like that. I didn't think it was a real career. Like I had so much fun doing it that I didn't know that people were making millions of dollars doing hair, you know? So went to college, studied law, studied business, studied accounting, things of that nature. Worked a couple jobs, baby. I did very well actually in accounting. I did very well in banking, but I got fired because I just want to do what I want to do when I want to do it. So I started getting back into hair, finished that, and then the rest was history. So that's how I initially got into the hair industry. Now, celebrity hair, what people probably don't know about me is I have a cousin who's a very popular model. Well, she started off as a hair model, then she moved on to regular modeling. Then she was everybody's favorite Donna from what's the movie? Oh my goodness. What's the movie? Oh Lord. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. Wait. Friday, yes. The Friday After Next. The one with Ice Cube and Mike Epps and Cat Williams. She was Donna on that movie. So she was working with a clothing brand called South Pole Clothing, and they had booked her and did a campaign with her, and they had saw her hair, and I had done her hair because I did her hair. That was my cousin. I did her hair, and they were like, oh my God, whoever did your hair, we love that. We got to have you. So that was literally like my first initial tiptoe into celebrity hair. From there, I worked with Eva Marcel. I worked with some of the top model girls. I worked with Tyra and doing some top model stuff. I worked with Baby Fat, just a whole bunch of things of that nature. Because I was young, baby. I was young and hungry. I had nothing but time on my hands. I worked at a salon full time, but I would fly in and out New York, DC, Chicago, Miami, working. And the rest was kind of just history. But I kind of put that on the back end for a little bit because I got really, really busy in my salon and I had so many like high-end clients that weren't necessarily celebrities. So I was like, oh, well, baby, I'm already making a lot of money here. And I'm kind of telling my age, but in 2008, when the market took a tank, these companies were not trying to pay what they used to pay. Like, let's talk about companies flying me to New York to do their hair and to do hair for South Pole, to do hair for Baby Fat, to do hair for Lot 29. Now that the market is taking a turn, it's kind of expensive to fly somebody from California to New York, put them up in a hotel for 7 to 10 days, pay them a per diem, and give me a big ass salary on top of that. So they stopped booking me. Cool, y'all stop booking me, no problem. I got a real full-blown clientele in my shop. I'll just do that. So that was that. I never wanted to own a salon until I worked at a few salons and I just didn't like the way that things were run. So it's kind of like living at somebody's house. If I come live at ReallyB's house, I can't tell you how to run your house. I can give you suggestions on what I think will make it better, but I can't tell you how to run your house. So once I worked at like 2 or 3 salons, which I never worked nowhere a short period of time. It's always been like 5 years, 8 years, 7 years, things of that nature. So once I did that for a few years, I was like, oh, this is just too much. Like, y'all are not just up to par. Like, I saw myself doing greater things. I saw myself working in nicer spaces. I saw myself just at a higher echelon of hairstyling and just the place where you work. Like, nobody wants to go and get plastic surgery somewhere that looks like it's run down. I'm not going to trust it.
That's true.
You might be the best surgeon in the world, but presentation is everything. You know what I mean? Like, so that was my whole mindset. So I say, you know what, Lord, if this is what you have for me, like, you're going to make it happen. And I literally didn't really have a plan. I just started, you know, testing out things, looking for buildings, found a building, got approved for it. Like the next day, I was like, okay, Lord, well, where's the money going to come from? Like, where is the money going to come from? And everything just started to unfold and open up for me. So from then, I just ran my salon, literally, like, only ran my salon, didn't worry about nothing else. I still had a few high-end celebrity clients that I would do at my salon from time to time, but I wasn't really big off into it like I had used to do. And then cut to, I met KJ, and that's kind of where things like blew up. Like she was like, oh, I need you 24/7. I need you right by my side. I need you everywhere I'm at, where I'm at. She was getting married. She had that going on. She had sisters going on. She had this going on. She had that going on. So I kind of just took that and I ran with it. And here we are, you know.
Well, thank you. Listen, my apologies, y'all. My power blinked out and I had to wait for my Wi-Fi to reboot, honey. But you was holding it down.
I held it down. No worries.
Nicole knows how to hold it down. And you said KJ, I might have missed it, but you spoke that you're talking about KJ from the show.
KJ Sisters. Smith from Sisters.
Gotcha. Okay, I just want people to know that you.
But before that, my cousin, her name is KD Obear, and she was on Soul Plane. She was on Friday After Next, so she was like my first celebrity client, like who I worked with for years and years, and she got me several bookings and several jobs, and that's how I kind of tipped my foot into. Because you know, when it's family, I didn't really think of her as a celebrity. Like I knew she was a big deal, but I'm like, I'm just doing my cousin hair. Like, oh, this company want to book me to come do my cousin hair. Cool, no problem. I did the photo shoot with her, and then they were like, well, how would you feel about coming back to do our other 2 campaigns? Because I don't know if people know how, you know, campaigns work, but typically they'll do 2 to 3. There'll be a winter, spring, there'll be a fall, you know, there'll be a couple of campaigns per year. So my cousin had a contract that took her through the whole year. So that's 2 photo shoots. It was like 6 appearances and a couple of little different things like that. So I worked on hers. And then the following year, they were like, well, hey, your cousin's not here anymore, but we still love your work and your work ethic. So how would you feel about, you know, being head of hair and makeup for our campaigns? You know, baby, it's funny when I look back at them photos because I was not the Nicole Rae that I am now, honey, baby.
Well, we all grow and evolve, honey. We all grow.
This makeup on these girls, honey. Ooh, I feel so. Are you like 29 South Pole baby fat girls? I'm so sorry. I was painting y'all like that back then. Okay, I'm so sorry.
But you know what? You can look back. I was looking at something the other day, some clip, you know, as I was trolling through social media, and I could tell immediately by the way the hair was done, the makeup on the young lady, I could immediately tell it was some sort of 90s sitcom. I didn't know what it was, but because I didn't recognize the exact clip, but what it was one of those like never before seen pilots that was starring like Kim Fields back in the day. But I immediately knew. I said, "Oh, that's something from the 90s." That is something from the so you know. That, but you know what that dates us? It's that you know, it's that vintage. You know, you could tell an era. You know, we don't know better.
Exactly.
You do better because you know better.
Baby, absolutely. But it's so funny though because if the younger generation looks back at a lot of things, everything comes back around full circle. Like I remember, baby, I used to flip the shit out of some people's heads back in the day, baby. A flip and a waterfall, and now you see the girls with the flips. The flip is back. You see what I'm saying? Like.
It's back.
The French roll is back secretly. It's just a softer version of a French roll, you know, but it's back. Everything comes back around full circle.
The waterfall is back. Crimps back. All that's back. All them things that we was doing back in the day is back, child. So it is what it is. So, all right. So with that being said, you start your salon and you have this idea to do what?
So here's the thing. I start my salon. I'm running my salon. Things are going well, but I've always been business minded. Anybody that knows me from a kid on up, I've always been a girl that's like, I want to do business. Like my mama will tell you, I used to sell my toys. I'm an only child. So my mama would buy me every single toy that the good Lord ever created. I would play with them for 2 weeks and I'd be like, okay, mom, we got to sell this because I got to get some new toys. But I'm using the money from selling these toys to get new toys. I started a lemonade stand.
Okay,
I started a lemonade stand, baby. When I was in high school, I had a full-blown clientele. So I've always known how to be a businesswoman and how to make some money. So I started my salon and then things are going great. And I'm just like, well, everyone is doing like podcasts. So, you know, me and my friends should do a podcast. Like, you know, me and my friends are hilarious. Like me and my friends, we're funny, we're hilarious. We're like, we should do a podcast. Boom. Cut to, we started doing Messy Monday. But I still thought like that was still small time business to me. Like I'm watching reality TV every day. I'm like, baby, we need to do more. We need to do more. Like, so I'm just shelling out money, really. Shelling out money. getting videographers, getting makeup artists, booking studios, doing this, doing that. Like, I've shot so many reels and so many things that I've like sent out into the world just to try. Something gonna pop. Something is going to pop one day, okay? Like, something is gonna pop. So, around the time when Escape came back together the first time, they were doing the Great Escape tour, and I have a few friends that are on that tour. You know, Tamar opened for them. My friend James sings with Tamar. One of my other friends works with Escape. So I'm at a couple of little events. I'm talking to Mona. I'm like, hey, like, what you think? Like, Love and Hip Hop, like, I would be great on the show. Like, baby, I'm selling this wherever I can go. Wherever I can go, really, I'm telling somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that y'all need to work with me because I am that girl. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all. Not to mention, I had never seen, and this is, you know, a transparent moment. I had never seen a representation of someone like myself on TV. Now, there have been other girls.
So do you want, okay, so, and I asked you about that. I asked you if you wanted to speak on that because I wasn't going to.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, I know it's not a secret.
Let's, baby, let's look at here. Let's go there. Yeah. We're friends. You know, this is a safe space.
Right, like, I know it's not a secret because I done already told the people to go watch Chasing LA, and if they go watch Chasing LA, it's not a secret.
It'll all right. It'll all come full circle.
Exactly. When she says nobody like her, no girls like her, Nicole is a transgender woman, right? And so that is what you call it. That's what they call it. But you old woman girl, you woman girl. But so when you say you knew that there was nobody like you, that is what you were speaking on.
Absolutely. Yeah, there was no representation. Okay. Yeah, there was no representation. And so for a long time, being passable and being a career woman and having the things that I had going on, like, I could fly under the radar, like, and it was fine. Like, baby, here's the radar, here's me. Because there was no representation like myself in the world, period. I never saw people like me. I never had friends that were, you know, I had drag queen friends. Yeah, you go to the club, you got drag queen girls, like, you know what I mean? But I never saw anyone like myself. So I was just like, well, how are people going to receive it? And how are this and how are that? And I had dealt with like a little smidget of ish per se. Just because I was myself for a long time. Like, you know, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But I didn't transition until later on in life. So I was myself for a long time. So transitioning at an older age, baby, you already have like the people who know me from my hometown, baby, they know me. You know what I mean? So there's still a level of respect there, but there was still a level of... But there was still a level of like, oh, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to just, you know, live my life and be regular. So I was like, well, maybe if I put myself out there and put myself in front of the people to let them see that, you know, we can own businesses, we can be successful, we can do this, we can do that, it would open the floodgates to some other stuff. So, baby, I'm, you know, mind you, at this time, I'm only talking to the higher up people and telling the higher up people, only if you deserve to know, you deserve to know, you know? So I'm trying to pitch it to Mona. I'm like, Mona, you know, you ain't never had nobody like me on Love and Hip Hop. Like, you know, you've had the ratchet type girls. Like, cast me, baby. What's up? Like, get me in there. Send a couple emails that way. It went nowhere, honey. You know, I think at that time, Mona was kind of transitioning out of being in, like, she introduced me to the producer for Love and Hip Hop LA. But Love and Hip Hop LA was slowly transitioning away. That producer, you know, that production team, I don't really know what happened. You know, Mona, baby, she just gets a check now. She really doesn't have too much to do with anything like that. So it is what it is. So cut to Carlos. Boom. Carlos is the big to-do, honey. You know, Love and Marriage Huntsville is a big thing. And he's always advertising, you know, if you have an idea, pitch us your idea. Da, 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 da. So like I said, I'm no baby. I've always made a coin. I do very well for myself. So I ain't got no problem with spending my money to make things happen. I understand you have to spend money to make money. So, you know, on his website, it says, baby, pay a fee and you can have a consultation. So I'm like, bet, let's do it. Pay my little fee, honey. They email me back immediately. Immediately, honey. They snatch the coins. They email me back immediately. So we're going back and forth trying to get the date and the time together. Of course, he's busy. I'm busy, but we're making it work. So I was like, you know, I have a show idea. da-da-da-da-da. They ask you a couple of questions. They ask you to give them like a general little breakdown, whatever. Cool. So we're conversing back and forth via email. We set up the consultation. Boom. The day comes for the consultation. Now, first of all, the day before the consultation comes, and it's like ring around the roses. First, it's like, can we do it at this time? I'm like, okay, no problem. Then it's like, oh, Mr. King is still on set. Can we do it this time? Because at this time, they had just started filming Bell Collective. Bell Collective is just coming to fruition in 2021. So he's like, you know, Bell, he's on set. Can we push it back a little bit? I'm like, sure, no problem. Oh, he's still on set, but he really wants to meet with you guys. Can we push it back a little bit? No problem. Cut to the time finally comes, baby. I'm sitting over here in my little dining room because I got some wallpaper and it's real cute over there. And it's me and my best friend, Tasha Banks, honey. Child, we was on that thing for like an hour and some change, like just shooting the shit. Like, I was like, you know, hey, here's the thing. I'm a trans woman. I own a salon. Like, the dynamic of everything that I have going on is just so amazing. Like, you just don't see people like myself. You know what I mean? I said my best friend is a cisgender woman who has 3 kids, and she's finally at a point where she can come into her own. You know, she's been a mom since she was 16. So she's finally now where her kids can do for themselves, and she's flourishing, you know, like, because I told her, like, baby, look, when I open this salon, we gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna make it do what it do. Like, so I'm like, she's flourishing, but I'm like, there's layers to this. You know what I mean? Like, there's drama between me and her husband. There's things with her and her kids and this and this and that. I'm like, we have another friend who's married to a doctor who we think the doctor is gay because he always wants to flirt with me and he's my personal doctor. And like, baby, this, like, it's good. Cause, you know, I'm still, in my mind, I'm still thinking back to the Nene Leakes days when it was like Nene and her friends. So I'm like, you know, things are more authentic when it's your friends. Things are more authentic when these are people that
when
you
it's real, when it's
know.
real life.
Yeah. So it's like, what better than to have the center hub of something, a transgender Black woman in her 30s, owning a business, owning several homes, doing big things with girls around her and guys around her, and just the dynamics of the drama when it comes to friends. Like, friends have drama. It don't gotta be we trying to knock each other out, drag each other down, tear each other down and have drama, but friends have drama.
Right.
He's like, oh my God, I love this. I love it. Tell me more. Tell me more. So I'm like, you know, also me and my best friend, we host a weekly podcast. At that time, I want to say All the Queen's Men might have just got picked up and was getting ready to come out. And I was like, you know, one of our co-hosts on the show is new to television. He's on this show, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, we also have another girl who works at our salon. She's, you know, bisexual. She's cool and she's on there. Then we have another guy who works in my salon. And this is what we do. We talk about mess. We talk about drama. We talk about celebrity gossip. We talk about hair tips because we didn't just want it to be about mess. We wanted it to be to where you can come have a podcast and be full all at the same time. Because celebrity gossip and mess only lasts for so long. So it was like, you know, we would talk about celebrity gossip. We would talk about what was going on. But we will also give you hair tips. You're dealing with world-renowned stylists that know a lot of things. Me, I went to school for business administration. We're giving you business tips. We're giving you financial tips. He's like, oh, tell me more. I'm like, you know, we do it every other week. I was like, we used to do it every week. Now we do it every other week because, you know, we got lives now, baby. In the beginning, it was fun and games and we was just showing up every week ready. But now we renting studios, we changing the costumes, changing the themes, changing to this, changing to that. So now we got to kind of stretch it out a little bit, baby, because it's getting a little costly. We having like full-blown production teams, like from where one camera person, now we got 3 camera people. Now we got somebody editing. We got somebody taking photos. We got somebody fixing drinks. Like,
okay,
baby, let me tell you something. One thing I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right.
Yeah, this sounds like a full on, like you said, a full on production. Yeah, it was a full on production.
Well, because I was just under the impression, here we go. If nobody else ever saw the value, I see my own value. So I'm gonna keep pushing, keep pushing, and doing my thing until somebody see it.
Right. There you go.
Until somebody see it, I'm gonna keep pushing it. So throughout the course of the consultation, he's like, I love this idea. I've always wanted to do a show with a trans woman at the forefront of it. He was like, I actually was in talks to do a show with T.S. Madison. She got tired of waiting for me. She went with ReallyBTV. I said, oh, okay. He said, but you know, it's no hard feelings. She spoke to me about it. We figured it out, blah, blah, blah. We're still cool. This and this and that. He was like, I love it. He was like, okay, I could really see this being something. You know, this can would be great. He was like, but these are the disclosures that he started putting in there. He was like, but I want you to know, when we did Love and Marriage Huntsville, that took about 3 years to get off the ground. So when I do read comments and things of that nature, and people are like, did she just want to talk about it now, 2-3 years later? Hey, I'm still living under the assumption that things take time. I understand that. You know what I mean? Like, because this is what he's telling me. He's like, this is the date we started Love and Marriage Huntsville, but the first show did not come out till 4 years later. It took us 3 years to work through the kinks, work through the process, figure out exactly how we're going to do it to get a show that was ready to go to market. So I'm not rushing nothing. I'm chilling, you know. He's like, look, so I'm filming Bell Collective right now. I'm down here in Alabama. Boom. Let me get back with you guys in 2 weeks, and I'm going to bring someone else from my team in, and we're going to have another meeting. Cool. 2 weeks go by. We have another meeting. That one goes well. He's like, okay, boom. Now we need to have, you know, some more meetings. So basically, we're just still setting up meetings, still getting things in place. I'm still taking my time. Meanwhile, we're still doing our thing every other week. We're still feeding him with stuff that we have going on and, you know, keeping him up to date with where we are. Like, I didn't want to post every single email because everything ain't for the internet. But we're still keeping him up to date with what we have going on. So during the course of that, it had probably been maybe like 6-8 months or something like that. And then we just didn't hear anything. Like radio silence.
Okay. Like tick, 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 tick.
But mind you, I'm still not tripping. Like, honestly, I'm still, baby, because here's the thing. I'm still working. I'm still running a salon. During this time, I was like, Chasing season 2 came around and they were looking for people. And I literally like saw the thing for applications, auditions, whatever, like the last day of the thing. So I was like, let me just throw this out here and see what sticks. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like,
put all your eggs in one basket, child.
Yeah, and I felt like that was a different type of platform where my people was.
Right.
And I was finally in a place with myself that I was ready for my people. So I was like, let me get this a shot. You know what I mean? You know, that's a whole nother story for another day. But, you know, I had a great time. It's fine.
That's another conversation.
Another conversation for another day. But, you know, so then, you know, I'm still not tripping. Like, after that, you know, after I do Chasing, then I'm busy. Mind you, during all this time, I think people think that I'm just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. I'm still working. I run a salon. I run a household. I'm running behind KJ. She's having a wedding. We're doing this. We're doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still actively working. So I'm not necessarily sitting back like, oh, I can't believe he didn't call me. I can't believe he didn't call me. I can't believe he didn't call me. Like, I've worked with several of his cast. So I'm still in the mix. Mind you, I've literally had this conversation with his castmates because I'm like, y'all know y'all boss left me on ice.
Right. Because you've done hair for some of the own stars.
Hello. Exactly. I even spoke with one of the own stars. And she was like, oh, we're about to film our reunion. She was like, but let's set up a scene between me and you. She was like, let me see if I can figure out a way to loop you in through my show so it can bring him back around and we can make it do what it do. You know what I mean? Like, so she's on Bell Collective. She was like, I own a hair company. She was like, but I'm thinking about, you know, first of all, I was asking her about her businesses because she owns all types of like homes for mentally disabled and things like that. And baby, I'm always thinking about a check. I'll be thinking about a check. I'm like, look at here, hair is one thing, but I want checks on checks on checks. So she's like, oh, I could put you up on how to do that. She was like, also, I want your help because I'm trying to bring my hair company to LA. I'm like, bet. She's like, so when we start filming next season, let's set something up so we can come out here and film. I want to film with you. I want you to take me around, help me look for some commercial buildings in Los Angeles, put me in touch with some of the people that are in LA that are movers and shakers. Like, let's make some things work. Like, me and her are still in contact to this day. But like I said, like, I'm always actively doing my thing, trying to, you know, make things happen. Mm-hmm. So then cut to, I did like see Carlos has started, you know, going on YouTube and talking about stuff. I didn't think nothing of it. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. Right. He does reality TV, like, Cool. He's talking about reality TV. He does reality TV. It wasn't
Right.
until a couple of my friends who we used to do Messy Monday started sending it to me, and he wouldn't call it that, but he would title the day like Messy Monday, Messy Monday, Messy Monday. And I was like, now I know this man remembers that I sent him a treatment for this. Like, I know he remembers I talked about this. I was just like, this is interesting. But now I'm replaying everything in my head. I'm replaying all the people that I've known in the industry that have told me that he steals ideas. Like, so now I'm trying to think, like, was he scamming? Like, was he purposely trying to, have meetings with me, get me to send him my stuff, get me to send him ideas? Because mind you, we ain't never signed no paperwork, baby. So so for all the people, I let me tell y'all something. One thing Auntie is going to do is read y'all comments. No, I never signed over rights to nothing that I got going on because I ain't never signed no contract with that man. All I ever did was sign an agreement to pitch a show to him. I never and let me tell you something, baby, I got attorneys on attorneys, so I ain't never allowed nobody to be like, oh, yes, we can use your ideas even if we don't use you. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't never agreed to that. So I'm just like, well, now that y'all say it, like now that other people are bringing it to my attention, because I'm always too busy working, baby. Let me tell y'all something. Auntie, you got to move on. You know what I mean? Like, so I was just like, well, let's just expose him. Let's just put it out there. Let's just put it out there and let the people know that this is what this man did to little old me. Because who am I? Like, who am I? Like, I'm someone, but I get it, babes. You're a bigger name. You have a bigger following. Like, of course, people are going to gravitate towards the thing that you do because you're you. I get it. But to me, it's just real shady to take people's ideas and run with them.
I agree. So let me ask you this question. For the people, like you said, you've been reading the comments. I've been reading the comments on my video as well. So for the people who say, oh my gosh, Messy Monday is such a common term. It's just messy. And I even had one person say, well, he's calling his Messy Mondays with an S and yours is Messy Monday. So it's just semantics. For the people who say, listen, it's just a gossip show. Everybody does gossip shows. The name Messy Monday, it's not a big deal. What do you say to that? And I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, absolutely. Because baby, when I'd be up here, I'd do the devil's advocate. I let it. I say it's the principle of the matter. Like at the end of the day, the only reason why I said something is because it's about principle for me. The thing that really, when I think back on it, that really annoyed me about him and led me to believe that it's giving scammer vibes is because the very first thing that he said to me when we got on the call, mind you, we're talking a Zoom call face to face. You looking at my eyeball, I'm looking at your eyeball. The very first thing he said was, people pitch me shows all the time. First and foremost, he was like, people pitch me shows all the time. He was like, and I'm just going to be honest. He was like, some shows are great and we pick them up and we run with them. And some shows, there's just nothing we can do with it. He said, but what I will not ever do is waste anybody's time. He said, so if I think it's something that I can work with, we'll schedule some things, we'll get it going, we'll make some things happen. He said, if I think it's trash or if it's a flop, I'm just going to tell you dead ass, basically, so you don't waste your time and I don't waste my time. And here, if he would have said to me, you know what you're selling, I don't want to buy. I don't like it. I don't want to buy it. I don't want to move forward with it. I would have been like, okay, cool. Like, baby, let me tell you something. I'll chop that money up to a loss. I'm never worried about, me, really. I'm not worried about no money, baby. Like, we spend money at the restaurant. I'm going to eat it and shit it out tomorrow and it's going to be gone. So if I made an investment into something and it just so happened to not work out, it just so happened to not work out. But the fact that you continuously said, I want to work with you. I want to do a show with you. I see this being something. Let's discuss. Let's discuss. Let's discuss. Let's discuss. That's what I have a problem with. My issue is you're selling people dreams. And it's us little people. Like in the scheme of the Carlos Kings of the world, I'm a little person. In real life, I'm somebody with a name and a following and I do my big things and whatever. But in the scheme of that, I'm a little person. So you're literally out here taking people's money because you have more money than I got, bruh.
Right.
Having us sign up for things, having us feed you with ideas just for you to take these ideas and run with them, or just for you to take these ideas and twist them up into your own little way and make your own little thing from it. And that's just not right. Like,
so when was the last time you had heard, before you putting your information out, putting your tea out, when was the last time you had heard from Carlos or anybody from Kingdom Reign?
Probably like the end of 2021, maybe. Like right
So it's been about
before,
2 years since you heard anything.
It's been 2 years since I heard anything. Like right before I got on Chasing Real Good and started filming for Chasing was like the last time I ever heard from him. And even still, I still was keeping the faith, baby. Because let me tell you something. Like I got into Chasing for multiple reasons, baby. I said, well, let me bring my profile up some more. Maybe, maybe I'm not popular enough yet. Maybe if I get a little more popular, Carlos will call back around. You know what I mean? Like, I am strategic about things. Like,
so you were like, maybe if I can, that puts
that'll
more
get
eyes
my
on
eyeballs
me.
out. That'll get people's eyeballs out about me. That'll let people know who I am. Maybe he's just waiting and watching. Because at that time, mind you, his team is still watching my social medias. They're still watching what I'm doing and things of that nature. So I'm like, boom, let me take this a little bit more seriously. Because prior to that, maybe I would be on Instagram, but I wasn't worried about how many followers I had. I wasn't worried about, baby, all I want to post is pictures of me. That's it.
Right.
Like,
and me and you had that conversation.
Yeah,
remember me? You had that conversation offline
and look through it, baby. It used to just be me. I never thought about the business aspect of social media. I never like posted my clients, posted my work. Baby, this is for me. I want boys to come over here and be like, "Oh, she's so pretty. What's up?" Like, so.
Girl.
So I was like, okay, boom, let me get on this show. I knew that they had a great following. So I'm like, A, let me bring something to this show that I haven't seen of girls like me. And B, let me use this show to broaden my horizon. Let me use this show to get more eyeballs on me. So then that way he can see I'm serious and I'm really making things happen out here. And then let's work. Because like I said, I still was in the mindset of Love and Marriage Huntsville took 3 years to develop. Who am I to be like, boom, let's, get my show out in 2 months. Let's get my show out in 3 months. No, like, I'm like, oh, okay,
And I know Grown in Gospel that he did. I know when that finally came on the air, that was 2 years old. They had filmed it. Not only, I don't know, it had been 2 years since they had filmed the show. It just was sitting around waiting for something to happen. And we saw what just happened with Love and Marriage DC. I mean,
right. They had it on they had the second part of one season on a cutting room floor for a year.
Exactly. A year. So I hear you. And a lot of people are saying, hey, he did the same thing to Sheree. We know the beef between him and Candy. We've heard Candy's version of the story. He says it ain't true, but I believe Candy. I'm just gonna tell you, I believe Candy. We've heard other people tell their stories. So let me ask you this as it relates to, was there any, and I know you to be a straight shooter. I get that. But I also know you to have legitimate relationships with people on the OWN network. Was that something you were concerned about? Is that maybe Carlos might, kind of, blackball you within his organization as far as working with his talent?
I wouldn't necessarily say blackball me as far as working with his talent, but as messy as people think that I am from the little bit that they've seen of me on the internet, I'm still a smart girl. I'm always going to be a smart business person. So I never wanted to ruffle those feathers just because you never want to burn a bridge that you might need to go back over. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at some point, baby, you got to just bite your nose to spite your face. You know what I mean? Like, so I never wanted to burn that bridge because I was still always around the OWN girls. I was still always around the Huntsville girls. I was still always around, like, I'm friends with the DC girls. I'm friends with Bell Collective girls. Like, I've worked with these people. I interact with these people. So it's just like, I'm not trying to drag y'all boss. But however, when you know what I mean? Like at this point, it's just like, well, bro, I mean, if me telling my truth is going to upset you to that point, you're never going to address it. Like, let's talk about it. Like, you're never going to address it. And I said that in my post. I was like, I'm pretty sure you're not going to comment. Like, you have a funny way.
Because he doesn't. Like, people listen. Things have been said, and he really, and if and when he does address it, he's going to, in my opinion, he's going to be very flippant about it. He's going to say it probably at the beginning of one of his videos about something totally different, and then he's going to move on, child. But so when I listened to the pilot for the show, not so much the podcast, but I just want to talk about the pilot for the show real quick. What I heard was like the updated Kim Kimble LA hair. I was when I heard it, I was like, oh my gosh. And knowing you and how you like to play reality, you understand reality TV, right? I was like, I can only imagine the shenanigans that would be happening down to the red carpet salon.
It's coming, baby. Somebody, somewhere, somebody, look here, even if I gotta pay for it my own self, even if I gotta pay for it my own self, baby, it's coming. Cause right, I just want, like, and honestly, now more than ever, like after dealing with my experience on Chasing LA, shout out to Chasing Reality, love them down. I don't have the best experience in my mind or in my heart or in my soul about that particular show. However, the other ones, love them down. I want to do it the way that I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? Like that one, I kind of got caught off guard and I kind of wasn't able to navigate and showcase what I wanted to showcase and the type of drama I wanted to showcase. Like, baby, I don't want to be arguing with no folks I don't know and don't care about. I argue with my clients. I argue with my staff. I argue with my friends. I argue with my damn mama. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we have real drama, real things go on that would be great TV. Like, literally, if you sat in my salon for one day, literally every client that comes in there be like, y'all need to be on TV because this is hilarious. Just our interaction with each other. You know what I mean? Like, and our clients be like, sitting back like, them two really arguing with each other? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it was just something that I really felt like needed to be seen. Because even, let's be clear, LA Hair was good. LA Hair was good.
The first two seasons. After they cut the budget, right. After they cut the budget, but the first two seasons were hilarious. They were.
Right. The first two seasons were hilarious. And I think that if Kim Kimble wouldn't have been who she was, it would have been more hilarious for her. I feel like she wasn't willing to do her part in the mess. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like there was probably some things that we missed from her because she was doing hair for Beyonce and these girls and that girls. And so I'm pretty sure she didn't want to, like, you know, tarnish her reputation. But baby, real life stuff be happening. Right. Like, her stylist kept it entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So yeah. So I just was like, you know, if I could bring that back,
her stylist definitely kept it entertaining.
Yeah, if I could bring that back, bring a new version of that back with, you know, some fresh new faces. I was just telling somebody the other day, reality TV with celebrities, I don't want that no more. They need to leave that alone. Like, get some regular girls that don't care what they say. They're going to be authentic. They're going to be real, because celebrities still have to protect their images. Like, if they still want to be a celebrity at the end of the day, they have to protect the image that people believe them to be. So they're not going to give you the raw, unfiltered versions of themselves like they used to. Not to mention, like I said, my main thing was how many other, besides the girls we see on TV, which are few and far in between. We got what? Amaya Scott, we got Janet Mock, we got Laverne Cox, but we don't see no regular bras running hair salons, managing employees, dealing with real life things. Like, we just don't see that in reality TV. Like, you know what I mean? When Laverne Cox is on TV, she plays a character. When Amaya Scott was on TV, she played a character. Like, let's show what we really have to go through. Dating is hard. Being outside is hard. Right. Wondering if people are going to clock you is hard. Trying to navigate with family is hard. You know what I mean? Like, these are the things that I wanted to see from somebody like myself, because it would have helped me way back in the day to push through to where I am now. Like, it would have took me not so long to get to where I am now if I would have saw it. No offense to nobody else in their personal journeys, but we don't all take the same journeys. And my type of journey, I ain't seen it on TV.
I can agree with that. So let me ask you this question. I'm reading the comments. So let me ask you a question. You posted a receipt that showed that you had trademarked Messy Mondays. Can you explain that receipt? So that, because there's some people in the comments that are questioning about the trademark and Messy Monday being such a common thing. I just want you to explain what that receipt was.
Because I'm a smart girl. Like, let's be clear. Everybody can want to do whatever they want to do, baby, but whoever owns it is the one that owns it. Like, let's be clear. And so in 2018, nobody was doing it. In 2018, when we really started like around 2017, like coming up with the name and coming up with the concept, nobody was doing it. A few trickle downs down the road, Zoe started doing his Messy Mondays. Cool, no problem, baby. Everybody do what y'all want to do. So the very first time I registered it was way back then. Because I was like, here's the thing. We can all skin a chicken the same way, baby. But if I patent or if I put my name on what I'm doing, it's mine. Hence, look at Escape right now, baby. Tasha's like, girl, I own part of this name. What we doing? Like ownership is where it's at. So if you're a smart business person, you need to own the things that you're talking about or the things that you're putting out there. So I got the name. Like obviously nobody else had the name when I got it, baby, because I got it. So everybody can sit around and sit on their computers or on their phones and do what they want to do, baby, but I own it.
So when you say you own it, you own the trademark for the name Messy Monday.
Yeah, like, so I mean, but here's the thing.
I'm just asking for clarification.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I own it, baby. But I didn't get here to try to sue nobody, child. I'm not, it's fine. Baby,
no. I just know that I just want people to understand when we walk away from here, I want all hearts and minds aligned. And I just want people to understand.
No, I'm not saying that I own the name, baby, but what I'm saying is I own the rights to the name is what I'm saying. People can use the name all they want to, baby. It's a lot of Nicoles in the world. It's a lot of YouTubers in the world. It's a lot of this and that in the world, baby. But I just knew that if it ever came a time where I needed to prove who I was and what I was doing and what I had going on, baby, you need paper trails of things. And that's why, and I bought it long before any of this ever came to, be a thing. Like, you know how many names I own? You know how many domains I own? Like I just buy up things, baby. Anytime I start something, I'm buying up the stuff. I need the domain. I need the name. I need the this. I need the that. I need the everything.
So you own the right to the name, but I just want to understand. I want to make sure we all clear. You own the right to the name Messy Monday, but it's not a situation where you out here suing people that are using Messy Monday.
Yeah, no, because for what?
Right.
But I could.
I just want to.
Yeah, I could. Like, yeah, let's be clear. Like, gotcha. I'm not out here trying to sue nobody. I honestly, we haven't actually done it in a few years. Like, I mean, I keep renewing the name just because what I'm gonna let it go for, but we haven't actually done it in years. Like, baby, I'm busy, booked and busy.
Okay. Got you. Okay. So something you said a few minutes ago and something that somebody actually said in the chat. And I was going to ask you myself, when you said it's going to happen, even if I have to put my own money into it, is that something that you're seriously thinking about now? Or you're just kind of, that's in the back of your mind, but you're not really,
No, I'm seriously thinking about it. I mean, here's the thing. I'm just getting my things together. Like for me, I'm so busy. Like that'd be my main issue. My main issue is I'm one person. I'm very busy. Yes, I have a team that handles a lot of different things for me, but this is not their lane. You see what I'm saying? Like I know what I know from being on reality TV, but being behind the scenes. So when it comes to, even though the videographers that I used in the past or that I still use to do social media content or video content, these are not the people that shoot reality type television. So it's steps behind it. Like I need camera people that this is what they do. I need people that specialize in this, So I be in talks with a lot of people behind the scenes to do a lot of things. So, I mean, it's going to come, honey. Either somebody going to call me and be like, look here, we want you, baby, because you're great. Or I'm going to have to just do it myself.
Got you. I would, I definitely would watch it because first of all, not only would I watch it, I would fly out to LA and let you do my hair.
Yeah,
because we already talked about you doing a piece for me, girl.
Hey, I got you, baby.
So that takes me into the next part. Is there anything before we move? Is there anything else you want to add about the situation with Carlos or anything?
No, he is who he is, and it is what it is, It's unfortunate. I think that it's unfortunate that, he is who he is and he does what he does, but,
Got you. So moving into the next part, we know you have your own salon. We know that, you do hair for other clients, but you also have some business. And I said, we're going to plug these businesses. So you have bonnets, you do wigs. Now, are these custom wigs I know you have made custom wigs, but in your wig line, is it just a set website where people can go order the wigs?
Yeah, you can go to NicoleRaeHair.com and you can order the wigs. Like they're all custom. I do have like X amount of signature styles, but I mean, it does give you the opportunity like to reach out if you want something specific, So we have wigs, we have bonnets, we have elastic bands for the wigs, we have bundles. Baby, we got everything. I'm just trying to be the Candy Burris of the hair world over here. That's it, that's all. You know what I mean? Like every time, and that's another reason why I was like, trying to get into it so bad, reality television, is because I was like, those are the reasons that I watch reality television. Like, I'm inspired every time I watch Candy on TV. Every time I see her doing 50-11 things, like the drama she has with her friends and family because she doesn't have enough time or she can't devote enough time to things, I understand it, I respect it, and I love to see that type of drama. You know, I love to see somebody out here just getting it. We don't know no other way. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. And that's me. That's why, baby, I was like, well, let's do chasing. Let's try to still reach out to Carlos. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do some this. Let's do some. Baby, let's just do all of the things until we're not here no more. Like, let's just continue to do all of the things. So yeah, I'm still I'm pitching ideas every other 5 seconds. I am, taking meetings every other 2 minutes. Like, I'm still trying to make it do what it do.
Right. Well, thank you, Tracy. Tracy put the website in the chat.
Thank you, Tracy.
Go to NicoleRaeHair.com for all your bundles, wigs, accessories, bonnets, things of that nature, all of the needs. Now, I know you had talked about you were working on some hair care products. What are we doing in that area?
I kind of put that on the back burner because that's a little bit more work than Auntie is really trying to do. I am going into partnerships and doing some brand deals with a hairline, so I'll be announcing that soon.
Gotcha.
But when it comes to like making your own products, baby, you got to be in the laboratory. You got to like test stuff out for a whole bunch of years. Like, those are things that take a long time before you can actually put them out to make money off of them, because you got to make sure they're not gonna break nobody's hair out. You got to make sure they're not gonna mess nobody's stuff up. So Auntie just, not right now. I just don't have time for that. Oh, and another thing to circle back, what's so funny? I went probably maybe like a year ago to Carlos's website just because I'm just, because you want to know here's the gag that I was going to do. I was going to go to the website, use a different email, pay for another consultation, just so when he popped up, I could be like, remember me? What happened?
Then you had to pay for another consultation just to talk to the man.
Something. And I was going to pay the money, friend. I was going to pay the money just so when he popped up on the screen, I was going to be like, so, sir, what happened?
Girl, and you know what? See, y'all don't know Nicole.
He took it down. Nicole. He took it down. It's no longer offered on his site anymore. You can no longer pay for consultation.
Well, he's too busy, honey. He's too busy. That's what he tell the people. He's too busy.
No, I haven't used Kenya Moore's hair care products before, but shout out to Kenya. I believe it. I believe they work. Her hair is great.
Yeah, listen. Y'all don't know Nicole like I know Nicole. She would have done it.
I'm very petty like that. Like, so I could be like, hello, what happened? Why did my thing is, I really do want to know though. Honestly, all jokes aside, and maybe I did think, partially by putting all that out, he might not have publicly addressed it, but maybe he would have had somebody from his team email me, shout out, like, say something. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't millions of dollars, but it was a lot of dollars for you to just not do anything, for you to not even, like I said, at least say, hey, this idea is trash. Nobody wants to see the girls on TV. Nobody wants to run around your salon following y'all. You know what I mean? Say that. If he would have said that, baby, we would have still probably been here having this conversation right now, but it would have went a different way.
Got you. I got you. So at this point, y'all make sure y'all head over to Nicole Rae Hair and get you something, honey. Get you something.
Get something, baby. Get something.
But I want to say
put out a discount code.
Yeah, there you go. Be on the look. Yeah, go to her Instagram because she did.
I did put a discount code out for the bonnets. You can get you a bonnet right now for $15 with code Messy Monday. Because I'm a businesswoman. Look at here. I'm a businesswoman. Everything is about business. Let's be real, baby. Everything is about business. Like,
listen, when she dropped that, I said, "You so messy. You so messy."
She definitely. That was the first thing she said to me, and I said, "Guess what? Like, when I dropped them receipts, baby, the thousands of people that was in my stories, like, waiting to see if I was gonna drop something else, I would be a fool not to try to make $1 off of it. Like, why not? Like, ain't no reason why he should be making money off of us and our back, and I can't make some money off myself. Like,
I respect it. I feel you on that one. Yeah. So I want to say this again. I want to thank you so much. I reached out when it first dropped. I reached out to Nicole. I said, "Well, girl, I'm gonna do a video on this." She said, "Okay." And then, of course, a lot of people have done their own videos. People have commented. I said, I want to do an interview, and she was like, "Okay, girl." And we
I
linked
was
it
supposed
up.
to be over here a long time ago. I was supposed to. I don't think you liked me when I was on Chasing, so you didn't ask me for no interview back then. You just dragged me a little bit, But when I did In the Mix with Twixt, then I was supposed to come over here and do an interview, and we never got a chance to get it all together. But I'm glad I'm here now. You got the first
In the Mix with
So
Twix went so fast. I think before I knew it was
baby,
over.
We didn't have no time to do nothing. It went so quick.
It went so fast, honey.
So
Look
fast.
at Abby in the chat laughing.
Abby, you had your little baby Mike dragging me too, friend. But let me tell anybody who knows me, I don't take none of this stuff personally. I don't take it seriously. Now, we might go to toe in that moment, but as soon as it's done and over with, like, we can move forward. Like, baby, you're going to say what you feel. I'm going to say what I feel. And that's how life is supposed to work. Like, life is too short to just be sitting here mad. Because, my baby, look at here. If the people, even to the people in this chat, if you like, well, girl, oh, well, everybody is doing it. That's right. Everyone is doing it. So it's fine. Baby, I didn't say I want to sue nobody. I didn't say I want to fight nobody. All I did was release some information that I had that was personal to me. Y'all ain't got to follow it. Y'all ain't got to like it. Y'all don't got to tune into the story. Take it and do with it what you will.
Here goes Javon dropping down.
Take it and do with it what you will. The E producer set Nicole up to be the villain on that seizure. Well, child, hey.
Well, that's another conversation for another day.
That's another interview for another day, honey. But I'm with you when you're right.
But I'm gonna say this, again, just on a real note, I love when I can talk to somebody that is on reality TV that does get it and understands and doesn't take it personally. I don't go below the belt. I don't get personal, but I review what I see. And even if what I see is a chopped up version of what happened, baby, I am only telling you people what I see on this screen. And Nicole has, like I said, from the first time I met Nicole at the reunion, it was nothing but love. It was all good.
Yeah, I met her. And I'm always going to call it out. Every time I see her, I'll be like, but girl, you did not like me. You dragged me. And but this is literally the fun banter that I get, baby. Because here's the thing. I want the people to know I did watch it. Just like when I'm addressing things I see in the comments, I see y'all comments. Like, I'm not tripping. It is what it is. Like, there was a time, I will tell you, there was a time, honey, about 2 years ago, in my chasing days, honey, baby, where I would have been up all night, honey, responding back to everybody. Like, what you mean I'm lying?
Yeah, Nicole,
she did. There was a time, but I'm not there no more. I am moving in love and light, and that's why.
Listen. And I know Mama back up in there somewhere. Maybe you wasn't ready. God said you wasn't ready for that, because maybe if Carlos had picked it up and he had given you that show, maybe you wasn't ready.
I would have been women. I would have been women like my homegirl Ashley. I would have been like her, windmilling everybody right now.
Right. See,
and I
maybe you
wasn't ready. And I can receive that. And I can receive that wholeheartedly. Like, I can receive that wholeheartedly. And because I wasn't at the time, I didn't know how it worked. Like, when I did Chasing, I had only worked reality TV glamming girls for confessionals. So that's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? Like, I come in, I glam you. We be there all day. You're just answering questions. I don't see the production side of it. I don't see what the people are doing, what production is telling them, how they're chopping and screwing things up and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. And you're right. Like, I wasn't ready to navigate it the way that I should have been able to navigate it. You know what I mean? From production as well as to the comments and the questions and the concerns. So you're 1000% right. But everybody now, Bravo, WeTV,
we ready.
She's ready now. Like, she's ready now. Like, she has fully come around full circle.
There you go. And I'm still here for this idea. Like, again, as a reviewer, as somebody who loves reality TV, as a reviewer of reality TV, and as somebody who loved LA hair, I am here for an updated LA hair with the different perspective that you would bring to the show, with you being able to bring your celebrity clients on the show, but with mixing it in with the regular, LA, people coming through there arguing and fussing. Like,
arguing and fussing.
Everybody knows what that salon life is like. Even if you like, whether you black or white, whether you go to the salon every 2 weeks or you go once every 6 months, you know what it's like.
It's entertaining. Like literally, you can put a camera up and just record, and it's literally so entertaining. Like, so
it really is. And listen, at one point in time, I had chopped all my hair off. Back when I was in college, I had chopped all my hair off, and I used to go to the barbershop to keep my hair lined up, trimmed up in the back. Baby, the barbershop just as bad. They cut up in the barbershop. Okay.
It's worse.
And they used to crack me up. You know, they used to be like, "Oh, we gotta watch our mouth. The little lady is here. The little lady is here." And my homeboy used to be like, "Little lady, she cuss worse than all y'all. Y'all better go and say what y'all got."
Right. And so before I opened my salon, when I used to work at a hair salon that had like barbers on one side and hair people on one side, baby, that was a time, because you got women coming in there wanting to talk about women's stuff. And then, of course, if we talking about the women's stuff, the men want to chime in like, "No, y'all women be tripping." So now it's everybody going at it and giving their opinions. But it's healthy banter. Like, I think that we need to bring back the days of the hair salon. Like, it used to be a big thing. Like, it's getting so far away from that now that I try to keep it alive. You know, nowadays, baby, it's these little suites. Folks is doing it in a corner of their kitchen with some flowers on the wall and calling it a day. Like, there's no banter anymore. Right. There's no getting advice anymore. There's no, you know what I mean? Stylists don't even be talking to their clients no more. Like, and this is what I tell people all the time sets me apart from other people, baby. I'm gonna remember what you told me 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna remember what you told me 2 months ago. Like, I'm invested in your stories. So that's what we need to get back to, like, especially the black hair salon. It used to be the place where you could go, baby. You could buy you a bootleg something. You could learn something that you never knew about. You can get a recipe. You can buy a chicken plate. You know what I mean? Like, it was just so many things that used to happen.
Listen, you could get a little bit of everything down to the salon back in the day. And because where I go now is suites. And so you said, you're sort of isolated from everybody else in the salon. You don't even know what other people do. You don't know what, you have to kind of walk around and all that good stuff. So you're right. I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. So listen, I am in your corner. The majority of this chat they want to hear it. They want to see it. They are here for it. Right. Jamar said him and his loctician, she know all his tea. Okay.
Because we do, baby. If you ever want to know what somebody got going on, like, talk to the hairstylist. Like, people feel comfortable when they're getting their hair messed with, when you're in their chair. Like, people feel comfortable. And it's a safe space, but it's also a fun space. Like, and let's bring back the black hair salon. Like, I get it. There are still people that like privacy and things of that nature. So I totally understand that. And, like, we have, like, a room where you can get your little privacy. Or what? Girl, you just in my, hello? Girl, you in my video. Oh, my.
I can't hold it.
Girl, hold that. Where's your diaper? Y'all see, I can't be great never. Like, I'm over here trying to be great.
You better tell mama. You better tell mama we said hi.
She tipping her little stuff, honey. Mama, they said hi. See my life? This is my life. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all. This is what go on every day. Like, my life is a movie. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all. Abby, not you like silent appointments as much as you like to talk and cackle.
But she really don't.
What, she don't talk and cackle?
She really don't.
It's only for the internet?
No, what I'm saying is if Abby could be silent and still say everything she wanted to say, Abby would be silent.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what people don't. Abby is very much an introvert.
Oh, I love that.
She's very much an introvert. So no, when she says she likes silent appointments, she likes silent appointments. When me and Abby travel, I am the person that once my feet hit the floor, I'm good. Now I might lay in the bed. I might lay in the bed for an hour or two, but once my feet hit the floor, I'm up.
Yeah, you ready to rock and roll. I feel you. Because I feel like when we're at home, we chill. You know what I mean? Like, it depends on where I'm going. That's another thing. If I'm like on vacation where like I'm visiting people, then I feel obligated to have fun and have a good time and do stuff. But sometimes I am, though, baby, I'll go to out of town and lay down because I feel like I move and shake a lot when I'm at home. So when I go out of town, like if me and my people go on vacation together, we'll do a couple little things. But I don't mind laying down now, friend. Look at here. Turn the TV on real good and lay me down with my drink and let me do my thing. I should start a YouTube channel. I got a YouTube channel. Y'all go subscribe to it. Maybe I'm going to start going over there and talking. And
I'm about to say, See, look at Abby. Why are you talking at 7 a.m.? I don't talk. It don't be 7 a.m. Abby. Now don't do that.
You gotta start when the Lord wake you up. You gotta start talking. What we waiting for? What is we waiting for? What we waiting for? Like, no, which is so funny though. You like to talk at 7 a.m. My best friend Tasha, we go on vacation and she be up at like 5, 6 in the morning, up under the covers with her phone like this. I'm like, girl, well, you might as well move the cover now, girl. I'm up. Like,
now see, that's what Abby will do. Abby will be on her phone all morning, but she don't want to talk and she don't want to go nowhere.
Right.
But she'll sit on that phone and be all on TikTok or wherever else, child. Well, anyway, y'all, now me and Nicole talking like we on the phone. So let's get ready to go.
Okay, right. But no, I do have a YouTube. Go follow me. It's Nicole Rae here on YouTube. I guess maybe I'll start posting. Maybe I should start. You want to know why Auntie don't really post on the YouTube like that? Because all this editing this and editing that, like, I don't be knowing how to do stuff. I got to pay people for that. And I'm sick of spending money. Like, Auntie just stays spending money. But look here. I'm going to just give y'all some raw, uncut, unfiltered type videos, baby. Y'all just going to see me down to my thing.
I was going to say, I don't do all that pretty editing and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm learning and I'm doing more. But when I first started YouTube, baby, I just
put my link. Tracy, find my link to my YouTube and put it in the comments for the people, friend.
Tracy will find it. It'll give her 2 points. Give her 2.3.
Come on, Tracy.
Look, there you go. I knew that.
Tracy, okay.
Tracy don't play. Tracy don't play. The link is in the chat, you guys. Well, Nicole, first of all, I want to thank everybody who came through. I did get a super chat, so I want to thank again to Donna for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you so much. Nicole, thank you for coming by. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
If you hear from Carlos, let me know, honey. I'll do an update.
Right. If he hits me up, baby, if he hits me up and give me a contract, I might shut my fat ass up. But if he don't, no, I'm just kidding. Carlos, I still work with you, baby. I ain't petty like that. Like this gonna be a fun story to tell one day, baby. I'll still work with you. Sign the deal. I'm like, when honey, sign my papers. Hello, come on.
Okay. Now you know I'm gonna see him next Sunday. Honey.
Oh, you're going to
this Sunday. This Sunday.
You're going to the live podcast. Yes. Well, raise your hand and ask the question. I dare you.
I don't even know how long I'm gonna be there. If that's Mother's Day, I don't even know how long I'm gonna be there. If you want
raise your hand, Relly, and be like, "Hello, I have a question." I think he's coming to LA, baby. Should I go to the show just so I can raise my hand and ask?
Yes. Now you go to the show and raise the question. And listen, and you better take your best friend and somebody need to record it because I want to see it.
Period. Because baby, y'all think I won't when I will. Like y'all should know.
Now listen, if I'm still there while it's going on, because again, I honestly, and that's real talk, because that is Mother's Day, I really don't know. I'm going to go because I already paid my money. But how long I'm going to be there
on that particular day, right?
I don't know why. I'm being honest with you. I honestly think that he didn't realize it was Mother's Day when they booked it. I honestly don't think he realized it was Mother's Day because I didn't realize it was Mother's Day at first. Yeah, and that's what he said. He was like, "You can bring your mamas." My mama don't want to see that. My mama don't watch it. She don't know you. She don't want to be there.
Right.
Yeah, the one in LA was canceled. The one in New Jersey and in LA was canceled. And I already gave y'all my theory on why
it was canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, from what I heard from my sources in Atlanta, honey, like he gonna have y'all crammed in a little area because he was trying to get maximum profits. So they said it was real small in there and everybody was crammed in like some sardines. But they did say
the show he ain't sold out yet. So
so y'all got space and opportunity.
I mean, he was still advertising that you could buy tickets yesterday. So I'm assuming that means it ain't sold out. Yeah.
Well, he should book me, and I would have did the show in LA with him. We could have talked about it. Why he don't want to address stuff? When Heavenly asked him about him only paying them people $2,500, now why he brush it off so quick like that? Now that's what I don't like. If you're going to be a Wendy Williams type of girl, like you got to talk about everything, yourself included. Like what I look like getting up here talking about everybody else's business, running everybody else's business down, and I'm not gonna talk about my own stuff. When people ask it, now if don't nobody ask me, that's y'all bad. But when people ask me, you should be truthful.
I agree. And I'm gonna just speak for the DC show. First of all, I think a lot of people, because the fan base here is so divided. And a lot of people here are just over the show because of the way the season drug out, the way everything ended, the fact that all of this stuff was a year ago, and then the other thing is we don't even know if the show is coming back. So a lot of people aren't really vested in it at this point. The one thing about, and this is no disrespect to the people on the show, but the people on the show be outside. So me seeing Ashley, first of all, I live down the street from Ashley. So
okay, come on, yeah, Ashley's my girl, honey. I love
Ashley and Candace. They live, in Arena. All three of them live in the same general area. I live in the area where they live. So me seeing them, running into them. Second of all, they be outside. Like I can roll up on Arena. She's always at events. Jamie, they have invited me to events. Ashley is friends with friends that I'm friends with. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying I know
got into it on social media, honey. I should have put that story out there. But me and him kind of squashed it, so I didn't want to put it out there. But me and him had just got into it on social.
Well, I'm sure y'all did. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm friends with them like that, because I'm not friends with anybody on the show. I'm not putting that out there. But I can see them. I don't need to pay to go to a show with Carlos to run into Ashley or Winter or Jamie. I don't have to do that. Joy performs if I want to meet Joy, I can meet Joy. So I think that's part of it too, is that there's really so I don't think, one, it's Mother's Day. Two, we don't even know if the show is coming back. Three, it took so long for this season to play out, and the cast is so divided. I just don't know
what the energy is going to give, because Ashley don't even talk to Arena or Joy. So to have those three ladies there, it's going to be an interesting situation.
It's going to be very interesting.
I think people that support it are literally just supporting it because they just support the show itself. They support the women. So you know what I mean? You can subscribe to the people and not give a shit about what they're actually doing. You know what I mean?
And I think, right. And that's the thing for me. At this point, I'm going because I bought the ticket. And I'm going for content. Like as a YouTuber, I'm going to see if there's going to be any content there. You know what I mean?
No,
but other than that, I'm not interested in this. I'm being very honest. I'm just not.
Because what are they going to talk about that we don't already know? Y'all still don't like each other. So what y'all talk about that we don't already know?
And again, because they're not filming, there's really the reunion just aired. The reunion was filmed last August. There's no new information here. So what are we going to talk about? There's nothing new for us to really
arguing on social media, so y'all still don't like each other. There's nothing that y'all gonna tell us that we didn't already know. You know what I mean? It's just an outing to have an outing. You know what I mean? Like it's an outing to be out, just to see how he
formulates it, how he compilates it
and whatnot. But I see like a lot of shift. Like I can see like, it be some favoritism things going on. It's a lot going on in that camp over there.
It's a lot going on in DC. That's the truth. And I will say this. Now, I do think that he is going to announce season 3 or 4, whatever he's calling it. I do think there's going to be a new season, and I think he's going to announce it at the podcast. Now, that's what I believe.
Right. I believe that. And that would be a great place to announce it. Right. That would be a great place to announce it,
It would be. Because something he said in his last review after the final episode of the reunion, he was speaking about the future. And he did say something about he had heard from the network, but he wasn't at liberty to really make an announcement yet. So my thing is, it don't take a lot to make an announcement that is canceled.
That part.
But I do think it needs to be gutted. But anyway, that's a child. I'd have said that on my channel 5,000 times. I do think it needs to be gutted, though.
Yeah, so maybe it was all in God's timing, and maybe Carlos wasn't the one for me, honey. And Bravo called me. Maybe I wasn't supposed to work with Mr. King, honey. And I can receive that as well. You know what I mean? But just don't be out here scamming folks. And to all the other girls in America, don't tell him no ideas. Don't pay for no consultation. Do not let baby look here, because he could have greenlit my show, honey, before he put Love and Marriage Detroit on the TV screen. Like,
and it don't need to come back.
Let's just, you know what I mean? Like, baby, let's just be clear. Wrong road, Carlos. Wrong road.
Anyway, all right, you guys, we get ready to get out of here. Thank you guys for being here. If you have not hit the like button, please do. If you're new here catching it in the replay, go on and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, child. We have a good time over here. You see, we be getting the people over here to tell us the things of the things, honey. And I appreciate your time once again, Nicole and Mama Rae. Thank you, Mama Rae.
Yes.
Love it.
Now that's the interview, honey. Maybe like a year from now, honey, I'm gonna let her sit down and do an interview, honey. That's the interview, honey. Okay, I'm trying to tell y'all. That's the one y'all want to see, honey. She gonna tell y'all all the stuff I won't tell y'all about because I ain't finna.
Oh yeah, well we definitely want that interview. We definitely want that one. All right, y'all, we out.
Bye, y'all.
Y'all do know Detroit has filmed